Hi guys, welcome to Healing From Within. I'm Carrie and I'm the creator of the Healing From Within community. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. And I ask you to please share my channel with anybody that you know who struggles with deep depression and brokenness and suicidal thoughts, past trauma, brokenness in any way, because I'm so passionate about helping others with what I've dealt with myself in my own life and sharing what worked for me and what's still working for me, because I'm still on this journey of healing. And as I find the keys and tools that work for me, I like to share them with you just so that we can help one another. I'm a firm believer of just helping each other on this journey, being there for one another, spreading our positivity. There's so much negativity in the world. There's so many mean people in the world too, which, you know, I hate to say that, but there is. I read things like online, even posts, and people always seem to pick apart other people and say the negative things about other people. You know, I myself have had like people on social media saying mean and nasty things, and or even to my face, you know, and I personally don't understand it. Because I've just never been like that. And also I always feel like I want to build everybody up, not pull anybody down. But you know, I also know that everybody's on their own journey, and sometimes people speak out of their own hurt. If they've gone through some bad things or they're going through some bad things, they'll take it out on others. So I'm not judging, you know, and hopefully they'll understand and realize that actually, that if you're going to be like that, you're going to bring that back onto your own life, you know, and you're not going to heal and you're not going to prosper. So I'm not going to judge others, but I am a firm believer of just spreading as much positivity as possible. And also, you know, just helping one another with what we've gone through, you know, like using our story for good. I personally want to use my story for good, because then it's like I made some good out of it, and it's not been for nothing, you know, kind of thing. That's just how I feel. So thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. And if you haven't already liked and subscribed, I ask you please do that, because that would really help my channel to grow and help me to continue doing this and just spread my message. So for me, I just wanted to encourage you, if you've dealt with depression or you're dealing with depression, you know that it can be crippling. It can actually just pull your life apart. And sometimes I'll see people saying, well, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what it's like to be this low. You don't know it's how it is. You know, you're up there just telling me that I should do all these steps and I will be better and cured, but you don't know. Well, actually, I do know. You know, I've been to the depth of despair, so I do know how it can be crippling. I do know how it can completely take over your mind. I've seen the brain scans of what a depressed brain looks like and what a healthy brain looks like, and I know that I was there personally, you know, to the depth of despair where I didn't want to live. I didn't want to face each day. All I could do was be under a blanket all day long and nothing else. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to leave the house. Didn't want to do anything. And unfortunately, I have been to that place where you're so suicidal that you can't think of anybody else or anything. I used to beg my mom daily, hourly, to take my life. I used to beg her to take me to heaven with her, you know, to do something, to take me with her, you know, because that's all I wanted. I wanted out. And I didn't want to ever get to that place where I tried to take my life again. I'd been there, and you know, I felt like I couldn't even do that right because it didn't work. But I'm thankful that it didn't work now. But at the time, the aftermath of it, when you wake up and snap out of it and realize what the heck did I just do to my family, and what did I just do to my kids and everything. I never wanted to go there again. So I used to just beg my mom, please, please take me, you know. So I do know what it's like to get to that place. And I'm not going to say to you it's easy just to snap out of it. I used to have people tell me, snap out of it, tell yourself. And especially in the church, I was a churchgoer all my life. I worked for the church, preacher's kid, preacher's wife. And so I worked in the church. And when I hit that point of suicidal despair and depression, everyone used to say, snap out of it. Tell yourself you're a child of God, you can snap out of it. So I know that you can't do that. So I'm here to tell you that there's steps you can do to heal. If I can do it, you can do it. But you have to get to that place where you're open to anything. See, that's where I got to, where I was open to anything. I was at the point of, I had no life. I had nothing. I've been homeless with my children. I've been to the depth of despair, broken, struggling to put food on the table, struggling to provide anything for my children. And I got to this mentality, if I could just make enough today for some food for my children, if I could just do something today to just provide for them or be there for them. So it was always survival mentality, you know. And the trauma had just got too much. It was so much trauma all my life, you know, sickness, brokenness, family falling apart, yeah, just homelessness. You know, I'd had a lot of trauma through childhood, you know, sexual abuse, just different things, you know. There was some physical abuse that happened, you know. There was this lot of things which had happened in my life that led me to that point of where I was broken and couldn't take it anymore. So I know what it's like when it takes over your mind. It's like a fog. Like, I don't know whether you identify with this, but it's like it's like a horrible fog which comes over your mind and you can't break free. And so I was there too, you know, and I know that you say, oh, you don't know what it's like. I'm stuck. I can't do it. You know, I'm broken. I just have to do this just to get through the day. I hear that. I read that on depression sites. I see that people are saying that. And I was like that too, where you just have to do this to get through the day. And if you got through the day, then it's a good day. I see it all the time. And I got to the point in life where it was like either die or find a way to heal. It was one of the two, because there was just no in between. It was like, what's the point? Why live if it's just to get through each day? I mean, 20 years later, you could still be saying that I just got through today. And I was in that state, so I would never judge. I was there. I know what it's like. But you know something? That's when I got to the point where it was like, I just wanted to find a way to live and to heal. Like, find a way to do this. You know, one of the things what really motivated me is my children. My children needed me to heal. And I kept trying, but nothing worked. And I'd go back down, and I'd kind of come up a little bit, and then I'd get back down, because they needed me, especially because I had two who was sick. My youngest had been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and it's a lifestyle. It's a daily 24-hour job to do, especially when you're new at it, and you have to learn all this. And I had to learn how to be a nurse, you know. And I had another one who was really struggling with a sickness, my middle one, and I was like, how am I going to take care of them? And I was trying, but I didn't do the best I could do, honestly, because it was hard to learn something new, you know, to be able to take care of them, and be stuck in this deep fog of depression myself, you know, whereas every day all I wanted to do was leave this world. But the only thing what kept me here is them. And it was, I mean, it got to the point where I would beg my mum. And one day, I told you about this on a different video. One day I just sat on her grave and I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried for hours, saying, Mom, you gotta help me heal. You gotta do something, help me heal. Please help me, lead me, guide me, help me heal. Take away the memories, the trauma, the things which are in my brain, what keep me low, you know, the memories that go over and over. Take away the broken heart, heal the broken heart, because my heart was totally in pieces. I think the biggest, I mean, losing my mum was like, I lost a piece of me, even though now I've learned so much more about my mum being here with me on time, and I'm not in the same way, but I was just, I wanted her so bad, and when I went through a nasty divorce, I all I did is cry for my mum. I wished my mum was there to help me through it, so I could lay my head on her and she get me through it, you know, that trauma and that brokenness. But you know what? I got to the point where I sat on her grave for hours and hours, begging her to heal me and begging her to help me, to send something, you know. And I was open to anything. And I tell you, that's a big key. Being open to whatever comes, even if it's not what you've been taught. Because for me, the methods that start to come was not what I was taught, or not what I believed, not what I'd even heard of before. But I think that was a massive key for me. I had to learn to be open. So anyway, I've told you this before, that I sat on my mom's grave for hours, and the very next day is when it all changed, when help started, when it all started to unravel for me. And I've shared with you on different videos, but I really just want to just come and address this, because I think that you need to be open to, there is a way to heal, not antidepressants. I'm not saying they don't help, and some people they didn't help me because I was in that despair, so all they do is put a patch on it sometimes, you know, like a numb you. If they're working for you, please don't, you know, you stick with what works for you and stuff, and if they're helping a little bit, you know, but add these other things, whatever. They didn't work for me. And the very next day, I'm massaging a lady, and that's what I do, massage and reflexology. I was massaging a lady, and she just started telling me my whole entire life, everything, all about my kids, details. There's no way she could possibly know, because I didn't tell anybody. Details about my life, my childhood, my family, everything. So I'm crying, saying I don't believe in this stuff. I don't believe in psychics, intuition, energy healing, whatever it is. I don't believe in any of this. It's very foreign to what I've ever experienced before. But there was no denying something was crazy here. She said, well, why weren't you sitting on your mum's grave yesterday for hours sobbing, asking her to help you? So she sent you to me. She listened. She heard you. She came. And I says, but I don't believe. No. And I was thinking, was she at the gravesite? Maybe she's got a family member. But no, there's no one around. And she didn't go, she wasn't anywhere near. So I was puzzled by it. But I was willing to open myself up to anything to heal, anything, any methods, anyone, you know. So anyway, she starts to talk to me, starts to download, tell me everything. And then she was like, well, your mum's brought you to me and your mum's with you, right next to you. And she tells me everything she looks like and everything. And I'm like, I'm struggling because my heart is pulling like, you don't believe in this, you don't believe in this, you don't believe in this. But you know what? If I'd said, sorry, don't believe in it, I won't be where I am today. I wouldn't have started on this healing journey. I wouldn't be evolving and changing. So, you know what? I was like, okay, you know, she's got something. Anyway, I'm sobbing. And she said, right, I'm going to work with you every day. We're going to work together. You know, you're going to come and spend some time with me at my house. And we're going to just hang out. And I'm going to do your energy work, chakra work. And we're going to heal you. Because I've been asked to do it by spirit guides, by your mom, and I'm gonna do it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a chance, I'm gonna do this, whatever it takes, because it's either stay where I am and just beg God and my mom to take me every day, every single day, or be open to this. So anyway, I starts going, we start doing this work. She's teaching me about the energy around us, and it all makes sense. She's teaching me about the chakras inside and the different things and the trauma of like, it all was like just making sense to me. So we start working together and she's working on me, and as she's working on me, other things are opening. I discovered Dr. Caroline Leaf, who's a neuroscientist who's done so much studies on the brain, and she teaches on it. And so I do a brain detox of changing the effects of the dark withered brain because it's stuck in this depression and trauma, and I start retraining it to be positive and to change and to reverse the effects, because that's what she teaches on. So I'm doing that as well, and I'm doing all these different things, and I'm working with this girl, and I'm starting to then, because I'm starting to heal a little bit, enough just to start seeing the light, and then getting all inside my chakras and everything healed with this girl. I'm then starting to want to get out and exercise and go for a walk in nature and do these different things. Because you see, everyone will say all these steps you got to do to get healed. Get outside, go exercise, get up and shower, go do these different things, right? But when you're stuck in deep, deep depression, you can't push yourself to take care of your body, to take care of yourself. You don't want to go outside. You don't want to exercise. You're stuck. And so I'm with you. I understand. But, you know, once you start all this journey, once you start healing like I was healing now, so I started to want to go outside, started wanting to go for walks in nature, started to do other things to heal myself. Then unfortunately the pandemic hit and we're all stuck in lockdown to start with. But I was like, I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful in any way, but I was kind of like, you know what? If I go backwards and stay inside and be isolated and be like this, struggling again, I will die anyway. So I made sure that even during the lockdown, I went out for a walk every single day in nature. I went for a walk every day, and I was going outside and I was asking God, asking universe on my walks, okay, what can I do? I want to continue this journey. I don't want to go backwards, because I can feel myself at first starting to go backwards. No longer could see the lady anymore, could no longer do these things. I'd done the brain detox and it was getting hard to continue it. And I then was led to YouTube, and I didn't ever really watch YouTube before at all. It's not something I'd ever done. I did Dr. Caroline Leaf's detox on her website, so I'd never done this or this YouTube. And I put YouTube on and I discovered straight away, it came to the top of my feed, Master Shura Kashner talks about the law of attraction, which was very new to me. I'd never heard of it before, but it all made sense because you were attracted. So when I was negative and broken, all I attracted was negative and broken. When I was so low about myself, all I attracted was narcissistic people, and abusers and people who would hurt you. And I started to learn about the law of attraction, and I started to learn about meditation and deep breathing, how we need to do the breathing methods. And then I was watching Lewis House came to the top of mine, and he's a School of Greatness. So he interviews experts and doctors on every area of your life, every single area. And Jay Shetty is all about healing, and healing from within. So the same interviews all these people. So those two I was watching all the time. And of course, in the pandemic, we couldn't work and do anything. So all my work stopped, and I was losing everything again and struggling again. And I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? But I'm now being positive because I'm watching these people. I'm going out. I'm working on myself. I'm learning about scripting because I was watching a girl called Life by Lucy, and she talked about how she scripted everything and she did vision boards. So I started doing them. And it was just recently I realized that when I was digging out and I'm getting rid of some other stuff, and the vision board that I made, within a year and a half, everything on there came true, and I didn't realize. And I had big things on there, like a car, even put a camper, like a car, a camper, living at the beach, you know, just making money, and just to having what I kind of put more survival things, like having enough to make enough for food, make enough for rent, and them kind of things. But you know what? It was the way I was thinking at the time. So everything I put on there all came true, all but one. But there was loads of things on there, absolutely loads, because I started to do it. I was like, okay, why not? I was open to new ideas, really learning about daily affirmations and speaking out gratitude. It changes your brain. So every morning, speaking the gratitude. So I do that now. Every time I wake up, straight away, before I have time to think of something negative, I start saying, I'm grateful for this day, for the new things that's happening today. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for healing, spirit, soul, and body. I'm grateful for healing for my children today. I'm grateful for great relationships. You know, I'm starting to say these things, and then I go into saying positive affirmations over myself. I am amazing. I am a badass. I am going to make money today. I am successful. I am, you know, everything I can think of. But I start my day off like that. And I just continue through the day too, saying things, you know, and every time something negative might happen or come into my brain, I quickly change it to one of those things. So, you know, I was learning all these things, but once I'd started on this journey, I was like, I'm not going back. And lately I found some little things that was tripping me up, and I feel like off of it is my confidence level was like that. The self-hatred for me was big, like not having any love for myself. Even now I'm working on that, you know, always taking care of everybody else but me. Everybody meant more to me than me. So I didn't realize that actually, unless you love yourself, you can't really look after someone else. Unless you love yourself, how can you love others? But you know, it's been a learning process for me, but I'm evolving and healing, and I will not go back for anything. I'm on this journey, living life to the full now, living an abundant life. So yeah, during the pandemic, I did all that, you know, to get through it. And as I'm writing all these things down and scripting, they all start coming true. And I was like, okay, what can I do with my time? So I started learning new things. I realized I could draw. Who knew? You know, I had no idea I could draw. I draw these things now, and everyone's like, why are you not doing anything with your drawings? And I'm like, I didn't even know I could draw. I will look at a picture of something and I'm like, oh, I'm going to draw that on a canvas. And then I'll just sit there and draw it on a canvas or wherever. And I'm like, wow, okay, I would have thought an artist did this. I'm like, who knew? And I learned how to make all this jewelry and artwork and crafts and stuff. So if you see it behind me, I'm sorry, it's a mess. I'm getting ready to do a vending show, go to vendors and sell some of my stuff. So so I've got it all out, so it looks a bit of a mess. But yeah, I started doing all that. So I was doing all these things and I was continuing this journey that this lady had started for me, and I'd found all these people and I was watching them daily on YouTube, and I still watch them all the time. I sometimes have to listen to them in the car when I'm driving because, you know, who's got time all the time to sit and watch them? I want to watch them all day, but at the same time, I'm a doer. I can't sit. I hate sitting still a lot. So I'm even working out while I'm watching them, like, you know, and got my little weights out or whatever. And so I'm here to share with you that I know what you feel like. I've been there to the depth of despair, and we can heal. I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it. We can heal. That's my message, is I just want to share with people that can heal. I wrote a little book with my first 9 steps. It's just a little book, easy reader. First 9 steps of the things that I took, what really worked for me to start changing my life. And then it's a journey. I have to continue. Like I've had to work through some things lately, you know, what's tripped me up a little bit and made me realize, okay, you know, I got to work on this. All right. This is an area of my life that I need to find the answers. So I do some researching and get a book and start applying these things. So this morning, my podcast, I watched 2. I watched first of all, I went to the beach at 6 o'clock in the morning. I walked the whole of the coastline and speaking out my affirmations and everything, but then came back and quickly watched 2 podcasts, one by Master Shri Krishna and then one by a lady called Lisa something. I can't remember. She's a new one that I just discovered, but she was interviewing this lady, this woman who had been through hell and back in her childhood. You should have heard it, my goodness. And she's a badass and she commands like respect, and she has changed her life completely, and she was stuck in a certain way, a certain lifestyle, been through horrific stuff and changed her life. If she can do it, I'm like, okay, if she can find confidence and healing and she can make money and she can become somebody, then I can, you know. I'm watching her this morning and I'm like, yeah, I'll put it, like I have a Healing From Within Facebook page, and every video I watch I put on there. I'm always putting videos that I get inspired by on there. So I encourage you, watch them, watch these people, follow them. You know, I can't always explain what they say in a great and amazing way like they do. So please watch them. But I'm just sharing with you all the things what's worked for me. I'll put my link below to my little book if you're interested, because it's just got my first 9 steps that I took what really changed my life and really started me on this amazing journey. And it is an amazing journey. Once you find this journey and once you start on this journey, it's amazing. You don't want to stop. You want to keep evolving. You want to heal. You want to be free. You want to share it with the world. You want to heal everybody. You want to go to every person who is suicidal and depressed like you was, and you want to shake them and say, you can heal, because you're so excited. You're so like, wow, I can heal. I can be free. And you just want to love on everybody because you've been there yourself. And so I really ask you, come on this journey with me. Let's do it together. Share with me all the things that work for you, and I'll continue to keep finding them and researching them. I'll continue to keep reading and changing my life and healing from within, spirit, soul, and body. And as I find these keys and tools, I will just continue to share them with you. So please, let's do it together. And I am just I'm praying that you have an amazing week and great things happen for you, and everything you want just evolves and comes to pass, and that you heal from deep within, and you heal your brain and your mind from deep depression, from brokenness, from past trauma, from divorce, from narcissistic abuse, from religious abuse, from whatever you need to work on today. I'm just sending you positivity and hoping that great things come your way, and I'll see you soon. I hope you're having a great week. Bye.